everybody? Welcome to Double Vision. I'm Logan Graffia.
Christian Hess.
This past week, the Saints held two minicamp practices. One was canceled. Who so far at Saints minicamp stood out to you the most? Like, who you think is making a name for themselves so far?
Man, I feel like he's probably flying on the radar, but I have to say Boston Scott, man, coming out the 6th round. I feel like he's that Darren Sproles type of, build, but a little bit more mass tone, what I'm saying? That man's swole, dude. But I feel like he's going to be doing this thing, bro. I feel like as far as, Mark Ingram being out for the first 4 weeks of the game, I feel like he's going to take on a load, be able to really show everybody what he's got. And I feel like him and Kamara, that would be a nice, it's lightning. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a nice little combination. But until Mark Ingram come back.
4 games in the NFL feels like forever because, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it still feels like forever. Mark Ingram's going to be gone for 4 games. They signed Terrence West. I don't know why they just don't go with the group that they got, but, Terrence West is going to kind of probably that Ingram role, kind of be like that power back. But I have to agree with you. Boston Scott is looking pretty damn good. Coming out of Louisiana Tech in the 6th round. I questioned the pick at first because it's like, why are we drafting another running back? We got Boom and Zoom, Mark Ingram, and Kamara.
Right.
But, why can't we just go? And then now Mark Ingram gets suspended. They signed West, but I was just wondering, why don't we just go with the group that we have? But then I thought, we don't want to wear Kamara out too early in the season. Like, don't give him 30 carries a game, and then by the time it gets to week 6 or something like that, it feels like it's week 16.
Right.
So
I want to see what we're gonna do with our defense too, man. That defensive line, we got a lot. We got a lot of people, man. On defense. We're stacked. I feel like that's a good thing, man. We got a lot of talent. Just want to see what we're gonna be able to do. Sean Payton, he knows what he's doing as far as on that offense. And Dennis Allen, he been doing his thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That young defensive back core is looking pretty damn good.
Man, I love it.
Like the young group. Outside of the Saints minicamp, other teams are having minicamp as well. What player or teams are sticking out to you so far as they get done with minicamp?
Man, I had to probably say most is the Browns, man. I want to see what the Browns going to do. Everybody wants to see what the Browns going to do. I want to see what the Browns going to do. Who's going to be the starting quarterback? Baker Mayfield, they say, he's been taking it one day at a time, you know what I'm saying? But Tyrod Taylor seems to be the guy, too, as far as being that veteran presence. But if Baker Mayfield is the leadership that I've seen from college, aside from all the other stuff, that they...
the other issues.
Yeah, but, I feel like Baker Mayfield, I wanted the Saints to draft him.
I think everybody did. Everybody really thought that he would have fell. I don't think nobody seen him going first overall, because when I seen that and started hearing that, I'm like, wow. First overall. That's crazy.
But, it's the Browns, so you could, look how many quarterbacks they didn't take a gamble on. You know what I'm saying?
So many quarterbacks. A team for me, I like to agree with you, is the Browns. Everybody's always rooting for the Browns, of course.
Right.
They've been bad for so long. So even if you're not a Browns fan, you just want them to finally do good.
Yeah, you want to see something, man. Like, throw me a bone here.
But outside of the Saints, I like to say the Lions. They're kind of going in a new direction, kind of that Patriot way. Their front office, GM Bob Quinn came from the Patriots front office. Now they got Matt Patricia is coming in as the new head coach. He was the defense coordinator for the Patriots. And so far as installing a complex defense, kind of like he had in New England, which is hard for people to learn at first, which some of his players are saying, but they see why and understand why it's so complex because it works.
Right.
I like what they're doing. They drafted Kerryon Johnson, 2nd round, running back, that they desperately needed. Then
they definitely need him.
They get LeGarrette Blount, power back, straight off a Super Bowl victory with the Eagles, and then the year before they won it with the Pats. So it's bringing the Patriot way. And that young defense, too, that the Lions are also doing. They picked up a good bit of free agents. They signed Devin Kennard, linebacker. They was from the Giants. Because last year the linebacking core was just subpar at best. They needed to work on that. Their defensive backs, I must say, they're not that bad. The Lions are actually improving. They have Stafford. In my opinion, is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. Top 5 in the league, in my opinion. He's very underrated. Yeah. Without him, that team goes 3-13, in my opinion.
I have to agree with you on that, man. I have to say that I'm glad they got some type of running back because, no offense to the running backs they got over there. But
last year they really didn't have many running
It's
backs.
predictable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you're gonna get for those from those type of backs. You know what I'm saying? You need a multifaceted back. You need somebody who's gonna run downhill. Somebody could come out the backfield, catch the pass in open field.
They thought Amir Abdullah would be the guy, and he's been hurt for at least 2 years straight, and he hasn't been the guy that they thought that they drafted. I mean, they had brought in a guy that I actually liked a lot that they just recently waived, Tion Green last year, who was a big back, like big. He was the power back. I liked him a lot, but then they cut him. But, I mean, I see the direction that they're going in. Now they're going to have, like, kind of the three running back rotation, Blunt, Johnson, and now Riddick, because Riddick's kind of like that Reggie Bush, Sproles type of role. Right. He's not an every down back, but he's like a screen back type of guy.
You can kind of count on him to make some plays come out the backfield.
Now, there's some changes going on in the NFL, like coaches. There's always coaching changes everywhere. But the biggest one so far was John Gruden coming back to the NFL.
Most definitely, man.
Coming back to the Raiders.
Bring that old thing back.
Coming back to the Raiders after a long absence. I think the last time he coached was 2008. So basically 10 years. Ironically, whole different game, but he signed a 10-year contract with the Raiders.
Right, that's a long time, man.
Long time for a team that's only going to be in Oakland for maybe 2 or 3 more years. But they have a good support cast. They got Derek Carr, quarterback, who's phenomenal. They got Marshawn Lynch, who's a Hall of Fame running back. Beast mode, man. You got Amari Cooper, AC/DC right there. That combo right there, amazing. And then they picked up Jordy Nelson.
Right.
They traded for Martavius Bryant. So they got 3 receivers.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. Better watch out in that AFC, man. They're looking nice, bro.
I like the Raiders. I mean, also on the defensive side, he's got contract situations, of course, but Khalil Mack. Good God, can that guy ball?
Man, he's a force coming on the outside. You can always count on him giving that guard and that tackle some help, bro, coming in and outside.
I gotta watch out for the Raiders. I hope John Gruden does a good job. I mean, he's gonna probably bring back that old school football. Smash mouth, probably.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
The aggression, man. Don't want to see that.
Can't wait.
I love it.
We're going to jump the border here. What I mean by that, we're going to Canada. Because guess who's playing football again? Johnny Manziel. Manziel. Johnny Football. He's played 2 games so far. He's playing for the Hamilton Tiger Cats right now. He's played 2 preseason games. His first game, he went out for 1188 yards. Not bad for being out of football for a while. I mean, he came from that spring league in Texas, but it's still not professional.
Right.
But now he's in the CFL. And he's not looking bad. I mean, his second preseason game, he got in there in the lineup, drove him down the field and threw for a touchdown. Do you think, what is this? He signed a 2-year contract, but how long do you think he would actually stay in the CFL? Do you think it would be long term? Think he might come back, or do you think he's just going to stick with the CFL and just make a name for himself up there?
Man, I feel like he should just go ahead, see what his first year, what he gets from his first year, continue to get better, continue to, mentally discipline himself, to where he don't make those off the field mistakes, because I want to see him do good, man. Those are the type of players I feel like everybody try to bash him because that one mistake or maybe 2 mistakes. But you know what I'm saying? He's a young kid. What you expect from him coming out of college?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
He was young coming out of college too.
How many people done a lot of stuff, crazy stuff in college? But I mean,
to me, the name.
That's what I'm saying, man. So I feel like
I'm pulling for him.
Go ahead. Me too. I'm gunning for him too. I say if he does good in his first year, go ahead and see what he's got going on in his second year. Then if he does good in his second year, he probably get some NFL teams calling his phone, man. Never know, get a contract.
Who knows? I mean, so far, Coach June Jones, who is the head coach of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, said he will be the backup. But I feel like, and their starter is Jeremiah Masoli. People might be familiar with him, might not be. He played in the league a while, and you might know from his Oregon days or even his 1 year at Ole Miss. But I feel like he messes up one time, Manziel's coming in like that, taking a job.
I mean, you always see that with,
you see that.
Got 2 talented quarterbacks to where there's always going down to the line as far as who's going to be the quarterback, who's going to be our guy. You know what I'm saying? So you're always trying to see. So as soon as he messes up, they're like, all right, well, we got this guy, so we're going to see what he's going to go ahead and do. And if he does his thing.
I really feel like he will wind up being the starter. Maybe not week 1, maybe not even week 2, but somewhere along the line, you'll see Manziel starting for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Let's just hope he pans out and stays out of trouble. Yeah, man. Let's switch sports now. Let's talk about the NBA. A lot of stuff has happened recently in the NBA. Lately, let's go back to the finals. Let's recap the finals.
Man.
The Warriors swept the Cavs 4-0, and honestly, I'm not too happy with the result because it shouldn't have been. Cavs had game one won, but then a questionable call was called overturned. Late, like 36 seconds left, LeBron goes to drive to the goal, and they call a blocking foul. I'm happy because LeBron gets to go to the line because they're in the bonus, everything else. Then they go to review for whatever reason, because they honestly can't review a judgment call. They go to review, they change the call to a blocking foul, and it just changes the whole game. That call doesn't get, they don't reverse that call. That mishap with J.R. Smith doesn't happen. You don't even see George Hill go to the line and miss that free throw. You don't see J.R. take the ball and run out the clock. You just see the Cavs win game one, most probably. None of that happens. And the series will probably go a whole lot different way. I feel like the refs made a poor call. You can't really review a judgment call, but what do you think?
Man, I feel like there's bad calls every game. So it's the finals, I understand that. So it's a big stage. We're going to go ahead and scrutinize it because it's the finals. That one call, everybody's going to blame it on that one call. But honestly, would LeBron have even made the free throw? I mean, I know it's LeBron James, but he's not clutch like that, man. He got 2 clutch shots. But let's be real, man. And then on top of that, J.R. Smith, is he even going to make that layup? If he goes back up with the ball, and that's Kevin Durant, bro. You think Kevin Durant was not playing, dude? Like, he had it on his mind, dog. Like, he won that championship. He got the championship. They got swept.
There's a whole bunch of things I can say with the Kevin Durant situation, Golden State, but I'm going to move on from that. I mean, also, free agency is upon us, and the biggest name, of course, is LeBron again.
James.
I mean, we know from back in the day, the decision, him going to South Beach team with Dwayne Wade, winning 2 championships down there. But who do you? They say the Lakers are the front runner to land him, but honestly, he can opt in to stay with Cleveland because I mean, if he goes to the Lakers, I know they have a young group, they have a good young core, but
I love that team.
A lot of people do. But honestly, they have the same amount of support cast that they do in Cleveland, like in LA. I feel like he really should go to LA. He should go to another team, maybe somewhere in the East. They have teams like Boston, Miami. Hell, he can even go back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Where do you think he can go, and where do you think he is a good fit?
Man, I feel like if he go to the Lakers, you said that, like you said, they basically the same type of supporting cast. But honestly, the big difference is age. You know what I'm saying? They got a young group, man. They got a good coach. They got Luke Walton over there doing his thing. He's been doing his thing.
Magic Johnson
in the front office. You know what I'm saying? And then they have Kobe's old agent up there in the front office too. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, man. So they got a lot of things. They got a lot of tools over there. I really didn't like whenever Larry Nance Jr. and Jordan Clarkson got traded to the Cavaliers because I really felt like it took away from what Larry Nance Jr. could have been going with that young culture that they building over there at the Lakers. You know, I really like it.
One thing I liked about Larry Nance playing for the Cavs, he got to play for his dad's old team. He even got to wear his dad's old number. They brought his dad's number out of retirement just for him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But also, another thing just happened literally yesterday. Kawhi Leonard wants out of San Antonio. Unbelievable, right?
Man.
I mean, he wants to go to the Lakers. I mean, everybody wants to go to the Lakers now. I mean, Hollywood. I understand Hollywood, L.A., nighttime, and California love, man. Yeah, but where did you really see him getting traded to the Lakers? Or there is another team in LA, there's the Clippers, but I mean they're both subpar teams right now. But where do you think he can get traded to, even if he does?
Man,
if he does,
major if he does. But the Lakers, if he says he wants to go to the Lakers, but I don't, like I just said, I like that young team. I don't want to see that young team get broke up, especially with the coaching and everything. Greg Popovich is a great coach. I feel like Lonzo Ball can do great things with Greg Popovich, but they have DeJounte Murray too, but who knows, he might get sent over in a trade too. But man, I'd like to see him go to the Pelicans, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I'm sure a lot of us would.
But if we keep Boogie, man, And Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday.
Keep the support cast that we got. Keep the core group. I'm glad you brought the Pelicans because that's what we're about to talk about now.
Right.
Free agency is upon us, like I just said. What free agents do you think that we can possibly attract or even sign? Because I know for a fact, I would love for this to happen. LeBron's not coming to New Orleans.
Right. But
LeBron's
he did buy Chris Paul's old condo.
I heard that, but I mean, you never know. I've seen crazier things,
Yeah.
but LeBron's probably not coming here. But there's other free agents out there. Kawhi is not getting traded here because we don't have really nothing to trade.
Right.
So, free agent wise, do you think we can land somebody like a Paul George or somebody like a smaller tier free agent? Who you think?
Man, like you used to hit it on the nose, man. I want to see Paul George come down here. Paul George.
That would solve our small forward problem because we are lacking in the small forward. I mean,
man,
I don't like Solomon Hill.
Think about the defense, man. If we keep, like you said, the team we have right now, Rondo, you know what I'm saying? Everybody seen playoff Rondo, what he could do, man. It's like jump back in time, man. The old Celtics Rondo, right?
Boogie resigns. That'd be a great. Three bigs. You would have AD, Boogie, and Mirotic. Boogie. I mean, they could rotate. Mirotic can, of course, come off the bench, give somebody a breather.
Right.
Then you sign Paul George. Let's just say this happens. Not saying it is. I would love to see it, but that solves the small forward case. I mean, you got the three superstars right there. You got PG-13, you got AD, and you got Boogie. Then you also got Drew, who's, in my opinion, one of the best defensive point guards in the league, if not the best.
Right.
He made first team.
Then he's a two-way guard.
He can play shooting guard or the point, which I'm happy about. But we are lacking in a small forward position. I love Darius Miller, but he's a bench player.
Right.
I don't like Solomon Hill. He was good in Indianapolis, or in Indiana, excuse me, for the Pacers. But when he came back, he did not look good at all. I really they need to find a way to trade him.
He's a bench player, man.
His contract's eating up a lot of cap space, and that could. I mean, they got other free agents that we could attract, probably lower tier free agents. I mean, Chris Middleton for one. He could possibly fit that small forward category.
He was doing that thing for the Bucks, man. That man is a knockdown shooter.
He is a 3-point specialist. He is.
Shooter, man. He does his thing, bro. Gotta respect it.
The draft's coming up too. The Pelicans only have one pick, and it's in the second round, and it's kind of late. They need a small forward, and not really a guard, but they could use another one probably. Who can we get? What possibilities can we get? I mean, there's a lot of people that I like, but I don't see them falling to us, but I would love for them to get.
Man, I have to agree with you on that. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, man. I like the guard coming from LSU.
Oh, Tremont Waters.
Tremont Waters.
Love him. Love him. I'd love for him to get him.
Man, if we got something like him, I feel like he'll be a good little, nice young addition to go ahead and grow with the team and get that knowledge under, Rondo and Drew Holiday.
Of course. And then you don't forget Etuan Moore.
Etuan, I forgot about Etuan Moore, man. Etuan Moore. I feel like he's going a couple more years too. He'll be able to show what he got too. I know they used the 3-guard lineup, but we need a small forward. But I see this guy's gonna probably go in the first round. But if he so does happen to slip to us, you got Melvin Frazier from Tulane. But yeah,
you gotta love local guys. But I mean, Melvin Frazier can do it all. There hasn't been a guy from Tulane in years get talked about in the NBA Combine or even in draft at all.
Right.
I mean, there's many guys, but I mean, Melvin Frazier would be the guy for me. And Tremont Waters, of course, love Tremont Waters.
Yeah,
LSU,
Tremont,
just knocking down them, raining down threes. I loved him.
Yeah, man, he's
very raw.
Small guard too, man. I like him.
All right, moving on. Let's get into our last topic, boxing. The fight that I've been wanting to see is finally happening.
Man,
and I'm not talking about the Floyd Mayweather or Conor McGregor type of thing again. We're getting into some heavyweight stuff.
Right.
Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua.
Man.
The fight that we all thought wasn't going to really happen. It was in talks, of course, but now it's happening. How do you see this going? Do you see a good fight going all 10 rounds, 12 rounds? Man. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Probably, that's two big dudes, man. What he's 6'7", what 6'6", 6'7"?
I think
Deontay Wilder's 6'7".
Deontay Wilder's 6'7". I think Joshua's 6'6", something like that.
6'6", man.
But they're both badass, man.
No, that's
they
what
really
I'm saying,
are,
man. Hey, that's gonna be the one to see, bro. That's gonna be the one you want to sit down,
Do you have it going all 12, or do you see somebody getting knocked out or a technical TKO in an earlier round?
Combined between the both of them, I think what is like 3 fights, but combined with both of the fighters, that there's not been a knockout between both of them. All their fights have ended in knockouts.
Right.
So I feel like it's gonna be one of those that I want to see it. Them getting that, that inside pocket, just keep going, boom, boom.
I mean, I remember watching
somebody drop.
Right. I remember watching a Wilder fight not too long ago.
Man,
when he fought, I forget. It starts with a B. His name I can't remember his name, but in the first round he knocked him down 3 times. The guy kept getting up. He's got a lot of heart, but he got knocked out 3 different times. But Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, I can see him winning this one again. It's going to be a good fight.
man,
I can't wait for this fight. I really cannot wait. I think it's going to be a phenomenal fight. I think Wilder might, if it goes all 12, I think Wilder gets it. But if it gets to be like going toe to toe, hitting wise, punching wise, jabs, everything else, I still think Wilder takes Joshua. They're both basically even.
the punch power of both,
They're both identical in my opinion. I mean, Wilder's got like a slight height advantage. He's not that much taller, but maybe an inch taller. But
I think they have the same reach too. If not, I could be mistaken. Don't quote me on it.
They're both badass boxers, man. They really are.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you on that. What about that Triple G and that Canelo fight?
Oh, I was disappointed at first because it wasn't going to happen at first because Triple G had the drug,
the substance
abuse problem, like a lot of people are going through right now in sports. I think I could see Triple G winning that one. I like Triple G, man. I really do. I think he could win against Canelo.
Man,
I think it could. I don't know if it's gonna be a knockout. That one could probably go all the way. But
I was about to say that's definitely going all the way.
But if I'm gonna make a prediction, I mean, I think Triple G maybe in 10. But I want to see it go all the way.
Man, I think it's gonna go all the way. Them boys gonna get it in. You know who else I like? I like Javante Davis, man. That young boxer. He's out of Baltimore, man. He's the junior what that is,
Junior
welterweight.
welterweight, yeah.
Junior welterweight champion, man. That man, look, he's a dog, bro. That man is a dog.
They got an Errol Spence fight coming up too.
Oh yeah, the Errol Spence fight. Yep, with Crawford. Him and Crawford. Yep.
They're both good, but I love Errol Spence. He's a good boxer.
Power.
They're both good.
But Errol Spence's technique is flawless.
He's fast too. He's quick.
He's quick. He's flawless. But technique, I mean, that's where you always gonna win the game, man. You put that hard work in, but his technique is flawless, man. I watched a couple of his fights. That man, he's fluid. So he moves like water. Like
quick.
he knows
He's
what
quick.
he knows what to do. He watching you the whole time. His timing is impeccable, man. I love him.
Well, I'm looking forward to those fights. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for watching Double Vision. Again, I'm Logan Graffia.
I'm Christian Hess, man.
Thanks for watching.